Yes, so hello, this is Ray from Race United, and I'm back again with another video with all the energy. Listen, I went to the gym today and I felt strong. I felt, you know what? I'm coming today to give you something about KYC. All y'all been asking me, do some short videos about KYC and stop doing the live videos about KYC. Okay, now we're going to do something about KYC. I'm going to tell you stuff about it. But before we do that, please smash the like button, smash the notification button, smash all the other buttons, and please subscribe if you haven't yet subscribed, because it's not restricted to only subscribers. You too are involved. Remember that. So we're going to talk about KYC, of course, and everything that comes with it. Stay tuned and enjoy the video. Listen. I want all y'all to enjoy the videos. Smash the like button. All of you. No dislikes. Like. I will be right back. Yes, I'm back. The energy is too strong here. Listen, I've had my energy to, I don't know, there's no threshold to my energy. It's just endless, you know. I wouldn't, if it's abysmal, then it means it's going down. It's endless. It goes up. Do you know what I mean? Now, let me go straight to the point. Listen, all of you want me to go straight to the point. I'll go straight to the point. What are we talking about here? Today it's about KYC, and it's about when it's going to be distributed generally for people to actually get on. Do you know what I mean? As to whether or not you're going to pay for it, I have no idea. I've not got news or I've not got wind of it. But what I can tell you is the news I've got is the date. And the date is obviously a period. Just like I told you about mainnet, that too is a period. There's no specific date, but it's a period. And that period is when you will be able to get your KYCs done through mainnet, of course. That will be prior to mainnet and all that. And I'll tell you everything. But before that, please smash the like button. This is Ray from Race United, my channel. I want all of you to enjoy the content. And please, let's go. So this one is about KYC. This particular segment of this content is about the fact that you need to be able to do some verifications. Without that, forget KYC. You need to have yourself verified. Otherwise, you're going to get your Pi coins, tokens burned. That's not what we want, right? No, none of us want that. I don't want that. You don't want that. So what we need to do is to ensure that we get our numbers verified. So you get your number verified using your phone number. There's so many ways to do it. You understand? So many ways to do it. And then, of course, make sure you verify your name. Your name, you could verify easily via Facebook. Make sure Facebook, you have your full name, and I mean that. Full name. Joe Smith Blogs, or whatever your name is. Joanne Smith Blogs, or whatever. But make sure your name is in full. If it's just two names, Joe Blogs, then Joe Blogs. Simple as that. Do you know what I mean? That's what you need to do. You need to ensure that you verify your name or number. But your name is the most important thing, which is the Facebook one. Once you do the Facebook one, you don't need to do the other one, which is the number. You can do both if you so wish, but you may have to only do one, specifically the Facebook one. No fake news. Remember that. I don't deliver fake news. I deliver real news. Everything comes from the heart, comes from the brain, and comes from what I know and what I've heard reliably. The word here is reliably. So recap of that. Before we get into all that, the KYC stuff, what you need to do, make sure your number and or your name and or your number is verified. I will be right back. So, I'm back. Listen, this is Ray from Race United. Let's continue. Right. So, I'm going to talk to you about the forms of ID that you would require for KYC. Remember, this is not just me coming to tell you the date. Yeah, the KYC date is that and that. And I don't actually give you a little presentation or lecture about what the requirements are. So you know what you're doing. Do you know what I'm saying? Don't just go there and start trying to get your KYC done. Make sure you got your bases covered. Make sure you got all the requirements, the checklists. They're all there for you, ready to go, and then off you go. I've got my KYC done because I was invited to do it. So I did it free of charge. I don't know if you're going to pay, but let's hope you don't have to pay. All right. So the forms of ID you would require for KYC are: 1, the most common one, your passport. Your passport, the one issued to you by your countries or your native countries passport office. You know, being a citizen or seen as you're a citizen of that country, they issue you with a passport. If you're a dual citizen, you get 2 passports, and so on and so forth. And then, of course, there's the driver's license. Driver's license is very important as well. I use both. I use both my passport and my driver's license because it's got the digital strip there, so it's easy. You get what I mean? My passport and my driver's license, they've got the digital strip, so they're traceable, and you know they've got the biometric scans and everything there, so it's easy. Do you know what I mean? So that's why I was able to use both, just to be safe. That's what I did, and it has my full name. Remember, full name. So when that capability is given for you to change your name to your name as it appears on your ID cards, which means all forms of ID, passport, whichever one you're going to use for your KYC has to bear the name corresponding with the one you used when you actually got yourself on Pi. Full name, remember that. And then, of course, there's the electoral ID card as well. So some countries use electoral ID cards. You can actually have that if it's in a digital form. You can, I beg your pardon, you can have that as a form of ID as well. And then in some countries, particularly Nigeria, they do have a national ID card, which they always use. So that too, I believe they're going to accept that come KYC, when the KYC is made possible for everybody, when it's being given general distribution and people can actually get themselves on it. So yes, you can get all of that done and you can use all of those IDs for that. Remember that? So that's what that is. I'll be right back. I'm back. This is Ray from Race United. Please, let's not waste time. I'm going straight to the point. The next one is the meaning of KYC. Now, a lot of people will be, oh, what's the meaning of KYC? I'm so new. Know your customer or know your client. KYC. Know your customer, know your clients. Now, why do you want to know your customer or your client? Well, you need to know who they are. They need to present some form of, valid ID. If it's not valid, then, hey, they can't authenticate you, which means you can't be KYC'd. Do you know what I'm saying? So, know your customer, KYC. Here in the UK, KYC is mostly like proof of ID. Do you know what I mean? So you need to prove who you are by providing some sort of authentic ID or valid ID. So it could be your passport, which is not expired, your driver's license, which is not expired, and so on and so forth. So I've listed them there for you. So KYC is know your customer, and that's what it means. And what we mean by the whole process of KYC, like I said, is proof of ID. Simple as that. You need to prove who you are. Therefore, they need to know who you are as a client or as a customer. That's what KYC is about. Guys, I'm not going to waste your time because, listen, there's a lot to do. The next one is going to be epic. I'm going to tell you and everything. That will be the release date, and I'll be right back. All right, then, guys, I'm back. Now, this is the bit where I tell you the period within which KYC will be released. Whew. I'm so excited. I don't even know why, but I believe you know why I'm excited, because I know what's happening, what's about to happen. I'm aware of what's about to happen. Well aware. You understand what I'm saying? So let's just get this off, on, and cracking. So, KYC date release. Now, this is what it is. Let me just give you the background first. So the background about KYC is that they want to know who you are. So to know who you are, you need to provide forms of ID or a form of ID, valid ID, which means it's not expired. The advice I'm going to give everybody, particularly people from countries where they don't usually travel internationally, is that try and get yourself a passport. It will be worth your while. Remember that. It will be worth your while. So get the passport, and then the verification process is easy. Even if you have to borrow money to get the passport, borrow money and get the passport, because what's about to follow that is wealth. I say it as it is. Some people just they try to underplay it. They try to downtone it. I don't downtone. I'm a Gemini. I don't downtone. I say it as it is. You understand? Make sure you get a passport. That's what I think. If you have a valid digital electoral voter's ID, that's fine. If you have a valid digital national ID card, that's fine. If you have a valid digital driving license, that's fine. But every passport is digital now. So the passport is the one that no one can forbid you from using. You understand what I'm saying? So once you're ready, then we get into the KYC. Now let me just go straight to the point and give you the date. So the period within which they're going to release it is going to be the end of November onwards. You get what I'm saying? It could be a bit earlier, but it's the end of November onwards. We are in Q4. We are in the fourth quarter of 2021. So any moment from now, it could happen. However, I'm reliably informed that it's going to be towards the end of November. So once that happens, you know that mainnet is going to follow, which I told you in my previous videos. You understand what I'm saying? So listen, it's happy days. I'm a happy bugger. I believe you're happy buggers, and we're all happy fellas and happy ladies. So please, let's enjoy this. I'll be right back. Yes, so guys, I'm back. So now, before I continue to tell you the date or the period within which Pi is going to actually give us the KYC fully, let me tell you what they've come up with. They come up with a KYC solution. Now, this is so important because I'm so excited. This is why I actually made the video, guys. KYC is here, and the Pi core team are testing out 100 pioneers per country. 100 pioneers per country. You understand? So each country is going to get 100 pioneers to get KYC'd. So we're talking about how many countries? 100 and something countries. So that's about, over 12,000 or whatever KYCs to be given free of charge. So that's what's going to happen. Let me read to you what the core team have actually sent. I'm so excited. This is what they said. The Pi core team has developed a pilot KYC solution that will initially enroll 100 pioneers per country. These pioneers have an opportunity to KYC early and help improve our app's algorithms so that our solutions can be applied to as many pioneers as possible before mainnet. In the short term, we will gradually roll out more KYC slots for the pilot version that this initial 100 pioneers per country. Than this initial 100 pioneers per country. Note that the core team is also working on translating this app in the future, so we recommend waiting for its full release if you cannot read English in the app. Listen, a lot's going on, and I'm so happy. I'm so happy that you lot are going to get to know. I will announce the dates and everything, but let me tell you what they also wrote before I tell you what my source told me about release dates and so on and so forth. So they said, they were asking the question, when will pioneers get to KYC? This is it. I'm going to tell you mine, but this is what they've written here. This is official. Through these measures, we aim to build a fully workable and scalable KYC process. You understand what I'm saying? So this is what they're saying. Once we feel that our KYC process is ready for mass adoption, the official start of mass KYC will begin before mainnet launch. Now, I'm going to say that elaboratively, and you're going to know. And so what else did they say? After presenting a KYC solution for a specific country, we will then offer a certain amount of time for people to ask questions and perform the KYC successfully. Depending on the participation levels of other mainnet parameters, we will decide if pioneers can KYC after mainnet or not. Don't miss out. Now, this is the main thing. Don't miss out. Check into the Pi app daily to continue earning Pi and keep up with our weekly content. So, hey, there's a lot going on. You're going to know everything. Pi KYC is here. And I want you all to be happy. Okay? I want you all to be happy because Pi KYC is here. All right? I'll be right back and I'll give you dates and everything. Take care. I'll be right back. All right, so I'm back. Ray from Race United. Smash the like button, smash the notification button, subscribe, and here we go. So, all I need to tell you is, in conclusion, KYC distribution is going to be from November ending onwards, or towards the end of November onwards, through mainnet, of course, and then whenever it ends, it ends. But we don't know if it's going to end. We don't know that because KYC, keeps going on. When you're doing other exchanges, it keeps going on. So yes, it could happen anywhere. But if you have Pi, you need to do that in order to keep your Pi. Otherwise, it's going to get burned. Do you know what I'm saying? Anyway, so I talked about, the first point obviously was the number and your name verification or your name verification. Talked about that. Very important. You need to do that. And then I said in the second point that the forms of ID required: passports, driver's license, electoral voter's ID card, and national ID cards. And then there may be others, but these are the 4 that I can tell you are the main ones. And then, of course, I talked about the meaning of KYC, which is know your customer or know your client, which means you need to prove your ID. You understand what I'm saying? And then finally, I gave you the date, which is obviously towards the end of November. Reliably informed, remember, reliably informed. So it's a period. You can't have specific dates. When there's a specific date, they will tell us on our app. But right now, there is nothing yet, but I'm reliably informed that it's towards the end of November. And once that happens, listen, we'll be singing our way to the moon. All right? Don't worry about anything, guys. Pi is going to be great. Pi is going to be the best. Pi is going to be number 1. All right? Just keep your fingers crossed. The name is Ray. The channel is Race United. And the word is, say with me, peace. I'm gonna eat. Do you want to eat? I'm hungry. I'll see you later.